Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1663, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. What game won the Game of the Year award at the Game Awards 2017? Answer: The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Who played the lead in the movie The Mask? Jim Carrey. What is a double? A Belgian beer style. Who won an acting Oscar for their role in the movie An Officer and a Gentleman? Louis Gossett Jr. When measured from its underwater base, what is the tallest mountain? Mauna Kea. Which country hosted the first Winter Olympic Games? France. According to the Bible, who killed more people at his death than in his life? Samson. What is a phanerogram? Answer: plants that produce seeds. The most advanced plants on the evolutionary scale, they used to go by the name spermatophytes. Who was engaged to magician David Copperfield for 6 years in the 1990s? Claudia Schiffer. What is the nickname for Rome, Italy? Eternal City. What do scatologists study? Feces. What is the target area in Olympic fencing? The torso. Under what title was Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express first published in the U.S.? Murder on the Calais Coach. Hockey player Wayne Gretzky was born in what Canadian city? Brantford, Ontario. Who created the famous sculpture, The Thinker? Auguste Rodin. The name for PZ candy came from the German word for what? Peppermint. In which city can you find the largest bazaar in the world? Answer: Istanbul. The Grand Bazaar, Kapalı Çarşı, built in the 15th century, is the oldest and largest covered market in the world. What popular musician's last name is Norwood? Brandy. What is the capital of the state of New York? Albany. How many players are in a polo team? 4. General John J. Pershing was in command of the American troops during what war? World War I. What sea word is the name for a two-hulled boat? Catamaran. Talking to people who agree with you is like doing what? Preaching to the choir. What famous rapper's real name is Robert Van Winkle? Vanilla Ice. Who became president after William McKinley was assassinated? Theodore Roosevelt. What animal species are 9th in the 12-year cycle of animals in the Chinese zodiac? Monkeys. Who originally recorded the rock song Walk This Way? Aerosmith. For whom did Robert May write the story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? His daughter, Barbara. What Texas national park is larger than the state of Rhode Island? Answer: Big Bend National Park. Established in 1935, it is located along the Rio Grande River in southern Texas's Chihuahuan Desert. In 1996, what action star was named a sacred vessel of Tibetan Buddhism? Steven Seagal. Cleopatra represented herself as the reincarnation of what Egyptian goddess? Answer: Cleopatra represented herself as the reincarnation of the Egyptian goddess Isis. Passover is celebrated around the same time with a Christian holiday. What Christian holiday is this? Easter Passover is usually celebrated in March or April, which is around the same time Christians also celebrate Easter. What was the first country to declare internet a legal right? Finland. What event started the Great Depression? Black Tuesday. Pepsi-Cola was originally called what? Brad's Drink. A pharmacist named Caleb Davis Bradham created the dark, fizzy delight at his Bradham's drugstore in 1893. What 19th-century engineer devised an internal combustion engine which works without a spark plug? Rudolf Diesel. Which NBA player scored 100 points in a single game? Answer: in 1962, Wilt Chamberlain scored a record 100 points as a member of the Philadelphia Warriors against the New York Knicks. What was Gandhi's profession? Lawyer. How did UN Secretary-General Dag Hammarskjöld die in September 1961? In a plane crash. What is the study of soils in their natural environment called? Pedology. What Welsh songstress has performed the themes for 3 different Bond movies? Shirley Bassey. Washington, D.C. is located on the shores of what river? Potomac River. What animal do players ride in the arcade classic Joust? Ostrich. They are super ostriches because these can fly. What movie marked the first appearance of the mass murderer Jason Voorhees? Friday the 13th. In what organ of the human body would you find the Sertoli cells? The testes. What is the only muscle in the human body not attached at both ends? Tongue. What is steak tartare? A dish made of finely chopped raw beef. The film Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was released in what year? 1991. Who did George Bush Sr. defeat in the election in 1988? Michael Dukakis. Totoro from the movie My Neighbor Totoro can make plants grow extra fast by doing what? Dancing. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.